What's up, you guys? Welcome back to It's Me Tinx Live exclusively on Radio Andy Channel 102. As always, this is our weekly time to talk to each other with a live Ask Me Anything. I want to talk to all of you right now, so call me. It's 844-305-ANDY. That's 844-305-2639. Hey, very exciting stuff. Next week, we will be in Nashville on Friday. If you want to come to a live taping of the show, sign up because it will be so fun. We're literally going to do a live taping and it's going to be very fun and giggly and happy, and that'll be awesome. And then also we have a Rich Mom Walk, which is going to start at 10:30 at the Walk of Fame Park on 4th Avenue South. I don't know what that means in Nashville, but hopefully all my Nashville friends do know what that means. So next Friday, please sign up for the live taping. It'll be so fun to hang and meet you guys there and Kiki, and you can watch how the magic is made. And then we'll go on a walk together. Anyone can come to the walk. Anyone can sign up for the live show. Both free. There's going to be swag. I'll be there. Hopefully not sweating as much as I am today, but probably. So it's going to be fun. I can't wait to see you, Nashville. So exciting. How are we all doing? What is the vibe? What is the vibe right now? God, I'm in a weird mood because you guys warned me. I watched the show Monsters on Netflix, and you guys were like, it's going to put you in a really weird mood. And I was like, no, I can handle it. It put me in a weird mood. I watched like 3 episodes and then I went to dinner and I watched like 3 more episodes, and there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot of interesting undertones that are being brought up. And I have to say, I don't know a lot about the actual case. So I don't know if they're true or if they're, that was kind of like a creative embellishment. A lot of you felt a lot of types of way about it. Some of you felt like it was way over sexualized. Some of you felt like it was glamorizing murder. Some of you felt like it was great. Some of you thought the acting was goofy. Some of you thought the acting was amazing. So very mixed bag. I haven't decided how I feel about it, only that the thing that I did agree with is you guys were all like, you're going to be at 3 episodes in and be like, what is going on? But also I can't stop. And that's kind of how I feel. So it's on Netflix. One thing I will say, the collection of pastel cashmere in the show, I know that's not important. Amazing costumes. So whoever did the costume design is amazing. And I do love to see the old shots of LA. Like, I don't know, it's cool. Again, not important. It's literally about like double murder. And I'm like, the sweaters are amazing. But anyway, that's what I noticed. Let's talk to Jen. Hey, Jen, how are you?
Hi there. Hi, Tinx.
What's going on? Thanks for calling.
Of course. Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm obsessed with the shift and I'm a new follower and I just really appreciate your advice, which is why I'm calling in.
Thank you so much. Welcome. What is going on in your life?
So I'm actually calling on behalf of my little sister, Kate.
Okay.
She's been in a relationship kind of on and off since her sophomore year of high school.
Okay.
She's now a senior in college and she left for her freshman year of college, still seriously dating this guy. And then about halfway through their sophomore year of college, they broke up. And then since then, they've kind of been doing zip coding together when they're together in the same place. And it's now like their senior year. And she was asking me, like, at this point, like, should we know if we're each other's person and fully commit to each other this year? Or, like, should my last year be all about fun and, like, being able to go to formals with other guys and do all of that stuff? So I'm just curious your thoughts. And, like, at this point in, like, a 6-year relationship, where should they be at?
And so it's her senior year of college.
Right. And it's long distance, like across the country situation.
God, it is a long time, but it's also like a long time when you're very young. And look, some people do meet their person in high school, but I believe in kind of living. I mean, it's up to her. Like it's only a decision that she can make for herself. Should you know or not? I don't think you should, because I think she's just so young. So like, even though she's been with this person for 6 or 7 years, I think it's hard to tell when you're so young. I mean, my senior year of college, I was drinking Everclear out of like red Solo cups and like teasing my hair to look like Kesha. So I just don't know that people in their senior year of college are like kind of ready to make that choice. In my opinion, it's very young. Now, that doesn't mean she shouldn't be with him. If she can think of no one else and she always ends up, going back to him anyway, then okay, maybe she wants to be with her boyfriend. That's fine. But I just think, it's very young to make that "are they my person" choice.
Right. I guess, yeah, I kind of phrased that wrong. I guess it's more like for this year, like it's her senior year, she wants to be able to do really fun stuff and not really have to be, fully committed to someone. But at the same time, like if they are always going back to each other, like, is that a sign?
I mean, I think if they always go back to each other, then why not just take this year off? Like if it's,
Right.
if she has that feeling of, I want to be free and I want to, do things and not be always like texting him good morning and good night and all that stuff, then he'll make his way back to her and they'll make their way back to each other if that's what, needs to happen. But I'm all for having a senior year that's free. I mean, why not?
Right. Okay. No, I love this advice. I totally agree. I think that's senior year is such a special time. Why not just kind of live it up before?
It's the best year. Like, it's so fun. It is so fun. It's so emotional. If anything, I push people in their senior year to spend really, really good quality time with their friends. You have your whole life to be with a person. You do not have your whole life to live in close proximity to your friends. It's also like the last year that you're on the same page, the exact same page as your friends. Because after you graduate college, some people get married, some people move, some people go to grad school. That is the last year you are holding hands with your friends and you're all in the same spot. And it's really beautiful and it's really sacred. And I would just say for her to enjoy that. And, the guy, he can stay, he can leave, he'll be around. It's okay.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your advice.
Thank you so much. Thanks for calling. Lots of love.
Okay.
Bye, babe.
Bye.
Yeah, God, if I could go back to senior year, I was, we used to call it swug life, senior washed up girl syndrome, swags, but it was like a badge of honor. All I did is just stick around. And I was actually thinking about it because when I was writing Brian's wedding speech, I was thinking about how our senior year, we made a bucket list of all the things that we wanted to do, weird niche things. Like Stanford has a cactus garden. And so one day we decided we wanted to get iced tea and bike around the cactus garden. And I swear to God, I will remember that until the day I die. Random, but I had so much fun doing it. And I think that's what senior year is really for, right? You have your whole life to be in relationships and date and be loved up and whatever. But like that special time with your friends, I'm sorry, you can never recapture that exact feeling of being in college with your friends. And that's why it's so special and sacred. So I think focus on that. Okay, Marissa. Hey, Marissa, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? What's going on?
I'm good. I just need some advice. Okay,
so tell me.
I'm 31. I'm very single, ready to mingle.
Okay.
My question is kind of related to box theory, like getting put in this just want to fuck box, not necessarily like only one night stands, but more putting my energy into a guy for 3 to 5 months, turns into a casual situationship, only for him to not want anything serious. So I'm starting to think, like, is there something I can be doing differently to not give off that vibe? Or is this just related to the shift and, like, men are just, like, less likely looking for something serious these days? Then I just start to spiral, and I'm like, well, almost all my friends are married, have boyfriends, so I should be looking inward because clearly I keep attracting these fuckboys. So that's where I'm at.
So a lot to unpack there. I would say the first thing that jumps out at me is like, if you are sleeping with someone for 3 to 5 months and you happen to find it, or like you don't know where you stand, you need to be more self-aware upfront about what's going on so that you can walk away. Because if you want something more and you're in their hookup box, the whole beauty of box theory is about knowing where you stand. Even I would say like 2 months in and they're not being like, oh, like I'm not seeing other people, are you? Then you know where you stand. And that's okay because knowledge is power. And then you can be like, oh, this guy doesn't want anything serious. On to the next. Or if you're having a great time being casual with him, fine. But then there's no surprise when at 5 months he's like, oh, what do you mean? Yeah, this is casual. You have to know where you stand. And it's so freaking empowering when you do, because then you get to make the choice. So much of modern dating dialect, it just puts all the power in the man's hands. Like, that's why I hate when people ask me like, what about the what are we conversation? I'm like, you're going to the king and bending down and like asking for his forgiveness. Like, you're an adult, you're half of this thing and you're making a decision about what's happening and you have to know where you stand in order to do that. So for me, it's like really know upfront. Like, I know within 2 weeks if a guy wants to date me or if I'm in the hookup box, and then I make my choice. And you might ask me, well, Tinx, how do I know? Well, is he taking you on dates? Is he texting you? Is he asking you questions about your life and remembering what you say? Is he hanging out with you sober? Is he, I don't know, doing little things for you, like around the house, like asking you if he can help out with shit like that? Like if it's a once every 2 weeks drunken dinner and then sex, you're in the hookup box, which again, fine, but know where you stand so that you can feel empowered.
Yeah, no, that's so helpful. I feel like it's hard to even know if I like them after only 2 weeks too. It's like, I don't want to just be like, oh, he doesn't like me. It's like, okay, but do I even like him?
Well, that's the point. Also, it's like you have to decide, like this person who you saw for casually for 3 to 5 months, like were you obsessed with them or were you fine being casual? And again, it's about taking back that power and shifting that question and being like, do I even like them? And that's so important.
Yeah, no, that's so true. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got through. This was so fun.
I'm so glad you did too. Don't spiral. You're very young and you really would just remind you to know where you stand. It's the best thing that you can do for yourself.
I know. Okay, thank you. I love you.
I love you so much. Thanks for calling, babe.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, guys, it's tough. I mean, it's really tough. It's tough not to get it in your head when you're in someone's hookup box and they, if it's a couple times in a row, I feel like this is a common question we get. It's like, why am I attracting these types of men? And it's like, it's very easy for us to want to make a pattern. And something my therapist always says, she's like, humans are always looking for patterns. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're just in the dating world and 3 guys in a row, it's not a match. Okay. That's all. It's not some grandiose big thing like, oh, you're destined to be in the hookup box forever. You just had a couple of guys in a row who it didn't work with. And realistically, you probably didn't like them that much either. But we go to a place of trying to decipher this negative pattern. We go to this place of, oh, it's me. We go to this place of, oh, I'm going to be stuck here forever. We have to stay out of those absolutes because they don't serve us. And this is coming from a person who loves a black and white statement. You know me. This bitch loves a hardcore rule and a line because it's, you know why? Because it's a defensive mechanism. That makes us feel better. It makes us feel safer to say, oh, I'm always in the hookup box. Because it's an easier story for us to tell ourselves than, okay, I'm not having the most luck in dating right now, but that doesn't mean it's permanent. And that doesn't mean it's about me, right? Oh, that was a good rant. We got to clip that for TikTok, okay? That was a really good rant. Okay, you guys, super quick break. I will be taking more calls right after this. So if you're on the line, stay on the line. If you want to call me, it's 844-305-ANDY. I will be right back.
You're giving me life.